How do you show off an empty wallet? Alright, let's be honest. You clicked on this video because A, you're broke, and B, you're a college student. How's it going, beautiful people? My name is Arnold, and in this video, I'll be giving you some financial tips that I use to survive and questionably thrive in college financially. If you want to keep your net worth as high as possible for whatever reason, well, realistically, you want to keep it as high no matter where you're from, watch this video. I will also be providing specific anecdotes in my own experiences at Yale. And just to clarify, I am not an expert at all, so please don't take this too seriously. Hopefully it can be somewhat educational and entertaining, but go back to watching Graham Stephan or whoever. I'm really not that guy at all. And a lot of these tips apply to anyone really, even if you're in high school. And speaking of high school, and I've been mentioning this pretty much in every single video ever since I started uploading again, feel free to check out the resources down below. If you're a high school student applying to college, I have a lot of resources such as scheduling a free 5 to 10 minute consultation call with me to set up future services. The first and most straightforward tip is to get a job, and this can literally be anything. Work at a restaurant, work at the library. But because this video is college specific, try looking for a student job. The most important tip is to find money in the first place, and usually your school should have like a database or student job, student employment hub somewhere, and this is where most students will be able to find their job in a more streamlined, convenient way. Depending on your financial situation, you can also organize a work-study plan to help pay off for your tuition. For example, I worked many student jobs at Yale, and some of them I were able to find through word of mouth by just simply talking to friends and talking to people who sort of knew what was good around. A lot of it was even through the traditional route, where I just looked at all the job postings on the website, and I was even able to get some good stuff by cold emailing professors. I've been able to work jobs such as working at the library, working at the gym, being a research assistant, working at my college's buttery, which is basically like an underground kitchen thing where I served as a chef. Yeah, it sounds a bit weird, but you can even get money by participating in research studies. I won't go into too much detail because I'll be making a video that specifically talks about all of those gigs, but you get the gist. Whether it's through an online business or working a traditional student job, just try to find a way to make a steady income. The second tip is that once you already have a steady stream of income, try to budget your money as properly as you can. This means doing your research and putting your money into savings, investments. There are many different methods such as the 50-30-20 rule and other budgeting methods, but basically you want to allocate your money towards your wants, your needs, as well as your savings, and you want to do it in a consistent way. You can even streamline this process by making your direct deposit automatically allocate its money towards different savings accounts and goals. What is that outside? When I work my student job every single week, I allocate a specific portion for savings, a specific portion for investments, a specific portion for needs, and even a specific portion for money, where basically I use it for whatever the hell I want. In order to set yourself up for long-term and even short-term success, you have to have that consistent discipline. Now, number 3 is to live below your means. A common trap is that when people make more money, they also tend to increase their spending. This leads to lifestyle inflation, which is very, very dangerous because you're essentially not going to be making any progress at all. Now, the fourth tip is to strategically plan out your summer. What I mean by this is to take advantage of all of your school's resources, because no matter how much money your school objectively has, there's always some resources that you can take advantage of. Try to take advantage of any funding or any summer programs, because realistically, you have a long summer break in college, which is 3 months, which are another 3 months that you could be using to get money and improve your financial well-being. Maybe work for student summer employment. Usually in the summer, universities tend to allow you to work more hours anyways because of some legal regulations. But just try to plan ahead so that your summer isn't just doing nothing. But if you want to do that, you know, more power to you, but realistically, I think you would want to figure out a way to make some sort of money over the summer. Number 5 is to get a credit card ASAP as soon as you turn 18. Even when it was my younger brother's 18th birthday, I put on my Google Calendar, help him get a credit card. It's really important because 18 is the earliest time you can get a credit card, and the earlier the better in terms of building credit, because the higher your credit score, the lower your interest rates are when you borrow stuff. Also, there are just so many benefits such as cashback awards and being able to convert money that you use on your credit card banks for points. But basically, there are a lot of different benefits. I would recommend the Discover Student Cashback Card. We're not sponsored, and I'm not giving official financial advice, but even though I just did. But now, number 6 connects directly to the credit card, but when you are eating out, always use your credit card, or whenever you're spending anything for that matter, whether it's a recurring subscription or anything. This allows you to maximize your cashback bonuses and shows that you're able to use credit cards and pay it off in time. But once again, only use a credit card if you already have that sufficient amount of money, because you want to be able to pay it in time consistently. But assuming that you're financially responsible, and I'm trusting you that you are, if you're eating out with a big group of friends and you see that $500 check, be as eager as possible to pay for it using your credit card, because you're gonna get a huge amount of cashback rewards. Of course, assuming that your friends Zelle you or Venmo you or Cash App you accurately and on time. The 7th tip is to don't waste money on textbooks. I just want to preface that there are certain majors and classes that do require you to buy the thing, but if it comes to it, try arranging something with the professor. Maybe try asking a friend who already took the class and has those resources. There probably is like a Facebook page or a Craigslist page or something for your university where students exchange things for free or sell things at a cheaper price. At Yale, we have a thing called free and for sale, which is basically what I described. Also, I mean, you didn't hear this from me, but there are a lot of resources online where you can get these textbooks and stuff for free. The 8th tip is to inspect your financial aid package. This one is pretty straightforward, but please make sure that you know how much you are paying for, how much debt you're in, which plans that you're doing. Make sure you inspect it beforehand before you start school, because you don't want to be making random payments and not fully understanding how much you actually owe and how much you need to owe at that specific time. On top of that, for tip number 9, look at your financial aid package and see which aspects you are potentially able to cut off or use in a more cost-effective way. For example, at Yale, we have different meal plans, and if I realized this sooner, I would have been able to change my meal plan where I could get more bang for buck. It was something like, I don't have a swipe for breakfast, but I get that breakfast food and like points for other stuff. And I don't eat breakfast anyway, so I probably should have been more proactive about that. But look at all of the resources and things that your university provides and try to analyze what is the best thing for you, what is the best bang for buck thing for you. Now, last but not least, the 10th tip is to get scholarships. There are a lot of scholarship websites online, but I would strongly recommend you to talk to your teachers, other students, upperclassmen, people who graduated from high school, or other people from the university you're going to. And a huge underrated tip is to look at local scholarships for your county. For example, in my area where I'm from in Connecticut, I was able to find a lot of like local scholarship things. It definitely does add up and it's really nice. So be proactive about that and start searching for stuff, because there are a lot of rich people and a lot of people who are just eager to give their money away. All right, so that was my quick and once again, not professional opinion on increasing your net worth, or no, that's not, of making sure your finances are in check in college. And trust me, you'll be very, very grateful if you set up a great foundation for you, because I'm in the post-grad life right now and I'm like, okay, maybe I could have done some financial things a lot better, but just make sure you're on top of it. And if you like this video, please let me know if you want more. But thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.